even knows you there. If you haven't noticed, I'm actually in a hotel room in the Art of Animation Resort in Walt Disney World. I decided to take a little vacay, tired of being stuck in my house for God knows when, and this was just simply right up the road for me. The film I just watched was Soul, the latest creation by Pete Docter. Pete Docter is the guy who created Up and Inside Out. Great director. In this film, a middle school music teacher gets a chance of a lifetime to finally be part of a jazz band and to have consistent gigs. This guy has always wanted to be a jazz pianist. Upon receiving the offer of a lifetime, he leaves and he has a little bit of a Looney Tunes-like sequence where he avoids being crushed by a ton of bricks, being hit by cars in other traffic, and then of course falling down over a manhole, dying. He immediately gets sent up to the Great Beyond. The interesting part about it, I think I should tell you, is that the Great Beyond looks like a giant plasma ball that is described in Dante's Inferno. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's an alternative to the Inferno. I mean, they make it out to seem like it's like something good, but reality is like when you see like souls go in there, you just simply see him getting Thanos snapped out of existence. As we move on in the film, he tries to actually get back to Earth so he can fulfill out his dream. As he walks out of the sequence to the great plasma ball, he ends up actually coming to a world where souls are created. And of course we found out that most of the personalities are built before they get born. Kind of a bit of predestination here. You know, usually personalities are built on the factors, the external factors, you know, who's around you, where you're raised, and it just influences your internal gears. But apparently this one, it's a little more predestination. One of the said souls is number 22. 22 has been there forever, but thousands of years. And they've been trying to get her to want to go to Earth. Eventually, a mistaken identity has our musician as the identity of one of the mentors. I think I should tell you some of the mentors include Aristotle, Muhammad Ali, and you know, this guy, he believes his whole purpose is music, his whole purpose of life. He ends up finding a way how to get back to Earth. Him and number 22 go in, however 22 takes over his body and he takes over the body of a cat. Most of the movie is him being, well, a cat, while number 22 starts living out his life. Now I'm just going to cut it a little short. Number 22, of course, obviously starts feeling that, you know, his life is actually worth living. And there is actually a sequence before all this begins where he actually thinks that his life had no meaning or purpose. Well, number 22 notices that maybe there is a purpose to all this. The funny part is, I mean, it seems like there's development here for a liar reveal, but ironically they just kind of steer away from it. Pretty straightforward that number 22 knows that this guy is not a mentor of any sort. Film moves on. Number 22 then feels that maybe the point of life is just living. I'm going to get to some of the technicals about this film. This might be one of the most realistic animated films I think I've ever seen. I mean, the backgrounds look like they're actual sets or even just apartment buildings. The city of New York, by the way, where this takes place, looks almost like New York. Took a helicopter or just took photos around the city. That's what it actually looks like. Even though that the characters look a little more, well, animated, the textures on their body looks like almost like pure skin. Like, you know, it's almost like you're looking at odd-shaped humans. You're not looking at an actual animated film anymore. This might be one of the best animated films in terms of style and most realistic I've ever seen. I think about the Green Lantern, how fake it was. I'm like, this looks more real than that film. And that was a $1 billion mistake. The acting, by the way, was excellent. In fact, I didn't even know that Tina Fey was in this film. I had to actually wait for the credits. Another Pete Docter classic, I think I should tell you. My only problem with the film is the ending. In particular, because I felt that, you know, our main character makes a decision, but you feel his decision should have a bit of consequences to it. And the funny part is he even acknowledged there should be some bit of consequences to this decision he makes. I'm going to try to leave out the ending, obviously. Okay, I'm going to go into the final part. This was the best film of last year. Plain and simple. Yeah, I'm going to call it a 2020 film. The reason why, because this was originally supposed to come out before Thanksgiving. Obviously with COVID, this got pushed back. It actually got even pushed out of theaters. You had to watch it on Disney+. So the final grade is A+. And go watch this on Disney+. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my visit here. Anyway, leave me alone. Bye.